I was tortured by my parents after realizing that I'm a homosexual.
You will be in danger should they find out your real identity. They see it as not normal. They see you as evil.
There's no way I'll be able to be myself there. Absolutely.
Around 48,000 people apply for asylum in the UK every year, and their reasons for doing so can vary. It could be for fear of persecution because of their race, their religion, or even their sexual orientation. And here in Cardiff city centre, there's a group which welcomes those asylum seekers with open arms. Mark.
Hello,
Hi there,
how
Sean.
are you? Hello, pleased to meet you,
Nice
Sean.
to meet you too.
Welcome to Hoops and Loops.
Well, thank you very much.
Mark Lewis has been running Hoops and Loops since 2018. The group provides emotional support and practical help for LGBT plus asylum seekers who arrive in the UK and are housed in Cardiff.
It gives them a safe space for them to come to meet other LGBT asylum seekers who are going through exactly the same situation as them, but also gives them a sense of community and a family.
One of those who attends the group is Michael, not his real name, who was a school teacher in Uganda before he fled because of his sexuality. He's asked us to hide his identity.
Being a homosexual is not allowed in Uganda. They take you to prison and either beat you up. My parents abandoned me and they tortured me terribly. All the time you find yourself you are in hideout all the time doing something when you are hiding, because you know if you do it openly they will get you and you'll be taken to prison or you'll be punished severely. And life is hard in Uganda.
And why did you decide to seek asylum here in the UK?
To have a free life.
But it's not as simple as arriving in the UK and being given full freedom. Asylum seekers can face years of uncertainty as they wait to be processed by the Home Office. Baba was a construction worker in Ghana. He arrived in the UK 5 years ago and is still hoping to be given leave to remain, which would allow him to stay here for good.
Could we talk about the process, the asylum process? What was that like?
When I first came in, I went to the detention, and after for a couple of months, you get to do your initial the interview. It takes so long even to get to those kind of interviews.
They ask some pretty personal questions.
Yeah, it can be really, really intense. Some of the questions can ask you, when was your first time you had saying sex with other? How was it, and how did you feel?
I mean, with the interviews, they could be 2, 3, 4 hours long. They could ask up to 120 to 300 questions. It's very distressing for them.
Following a screening interview, there is then a substantive interview. The Home Office says applications are usually decided within 6 months, but may take longer. Unable to work and with little money, for those waiting to hear if they can stay, life can be tough.
Having to survive day-to-day life in terms of nothing to do, and with the little money you've been supported, which is £40 a week, it's really not easy.
The Home Office says that the welfare and dignity of individuals seeking asylum forms a central part of decision-making, and that processes are underpinned by a robust framework of safeguards which ensure that protection is granted to those who genuinely need it. It added that the cash allowance for those on asylum support is reviewed regularly. Jack, again not his real name, lived in fear as a gay man in Ghana. After years of uncertainty, he's received his leave to remain and can now call the UK, Wales and Cardiff home.
Life was bleak, so it was really hard for me. Should I have been caught? Inwardly, I never felt happy when I realized my sexuality.
What is life like for you now?
Now life is really good in Cardiff because Cardiff is LGBT friendly. The people are welcoming, and it's really a good place.
It's that yearning to live in a country where you can feel safe and be yourself that Mark wants people to better understand about asylum seekers.
people's perceptions of asylum seekers will always be, oh, well, they're coming in to take our jobs. But they're coming for a reason, whether it's their sexuality, whether it's because of religious, or whether it's because of political, maybe other reasons as well. And until we sort of sit down and get an idea of what's actually going on, then we'll have more understanding and what we can provide as a country to them.
Freedom to be who you are. Once a wish for Michael, Barbara and Jack, now a reality. But in their home countries, there are others still suffering and suppressing their true selves. People for whom seeking a better life is still a distant dream. Sean Jenkins, ITV News, Cardiff.